Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. Thank you for those who have subscribed. Still urge those who have not done so to do so. In today's discussion, I'm going to talk about delegation of duties or tasks in management. We've seen managers or leaders grappling with the little time they have to do so many tasks that are expected of them as a leader or as a manager. So this is a very important topic to the leaders or the managers, both at organization level, even at household level. So what is a delegation? Delegation is defined as a process of assigning tasks, duties, and decision-making authority to others within an organizational team or in a household, like I've said. So this is a focused approach that allows leaders or managers to distribute work based on individual skills, abilities, and even their talents. By delegating duties or tasks to team members, the leaders will have free time to focus on critical managerial duties, while also engaging and developing team members and providing greater autonomy within an organization. So when a leader delegates some of his or her duties, it doesn't mean that he or she is incompetent. Even in our families, we can practice delegation. So why is delegation important? Delegation is important because it enhances productivity. Delegation ensures effective allocation of work among members, leading to greater productivity as these individuals can focus on the areas that they have expertise on, and this will lead to higher quality results within a short period. Number two is skill development. Delegation provides an opportunity to develop skills and professional growth. When team members are given new roles or responsibilities, they can get encouraged to expand their skills, gain new experiences, and even showcase their abilities, which eventually enhance their personal and career progression. Number three is team empowerment. And in team empowerment, the team members are empowered when they are given stewardship or control responsibilities regarding decision making. This promotes a sense of ownership and engagement, leading to higher job satisfaction and even boosting the team's morale. Number four is time management. And like I talked about in my previous video on tips of managing time, delegation is one of the measures that you can use to manage your time well. So as a leader or as a manager, delegation allows them to work effectively by allocating appropriate tasks to skilled individuals. So the leaders can prioritize their own work, focus on critical initiatives at a higher level. The leaders can also focus their time on critical decision making and leadership responsibilities like staffing issues, planning issues, coordination, directing, and all that. So how does the delegation process work, or how do the delegation? So one, you should identify work to be delegated. So identify what work to or task to delegate. And remember, not every task can be delegated. Some tasks are very strategic and can only be left to the leader, and therefore will only benefit from the leader's specific attention. So you need first to evaluate the importance of the task and the implication of delegating such tasks. This, however, does not mean you cannot delegate important tasks. If there's a team member that has the skills or the expertise regarding the task, then such task can be delegated to him or to her. Even in such a situation where critical task is delegated, achieving the end results will still be the responsibility of the leader. So which tasks do you need to delegate? Number one is the work that will recur in the future. If you have a recurring task, it is often worth delegating it to someone else who has the time and energy to undertake the task effectively. Number two is work that aligns with the team member's interest. If a team member has expressed interest in developing a new skill or honoring an existing one, it is good for this leader to see if there is any work that can be delegated to such an individual. Then number three is work that connects to team members' goals. One of the best ways to delegate is to assign work that connects to team members' professional goals. Do not delegate tasks to a team member in an area that they are not competent in or they are not familiar with. Number two is to practice letting go of some duties. Delegating can seem difficult, especially to first-time managers, since they could be putting critical tasks into someone else's hands. Some leaders feel connected to all the work that they are supposed to do, and letting go some might be difficult at some point to some of them. So learning to delegate is a critical role, but a leader or a manager should not be uncomfortable every time they do it. Instead, they should practice handing off some small types of work at first before building up to bigger projects that they can hand off to other team members. They need to be patient to themselves and even to the team members. I know this might take time to build the delegation skills. Also, among the team members, it might take them time to have the work that they are delegated to complete the task. When a leader delegates some roles, it means that they are giving the team members the opportunity to develop their skills over time, and also taking one more thing of their interests. Number three is to clarify priorities. A leader or a manager needs to understand the difficulties of the tasks that they are supposed to do, and they are supposed to make it easier for team members to take up some roles. If a task is of a high priority, it needs to be done as soon as possible. And depending on the work that is supposed to be done, a leader can decide to either do it himself or herself, or to delegate it to other team members. The best way to clarify priorities is to communicate work to team and organization members, and also align them to the organization goals. When a leader have clarity on why they are delegating the task, it becomes easier to the team members even to continue with the work to its desired end. Number four is to understand each team member's strengths. Make sure that the person being delegated to can achieve the desired results. So here we have two elements of delegating work. One is delegating work to team members who have the expertise in that area, and giving team members opportunities to sharpen or develop new skills. So as a leader or as a manager, make sure you clearly understand each team member's strengths as well as their interest. Take some time during meetings, especially the one-on-one sessions, to ask team members what skills they have at the moment that they would like to develop further, as well as what skills they want to develop that they don't currently have. This will also help the leader or the manager to identify the skills gaps among the team members, and by doing so they'll come up with intervention measures or mitigation measures. Number 5 is for the leader to provide context and guidance. When a leader delegates some tasks, they should ensure that the person taking on the task will be able to deliver. So their role here should be to guide the person on how to do the work, talk about timelines for the delegated duty, the context, the documents that are required, and details about the work. They should also talk about tools required to get the work done, priorities regarding this work that is delegated, the goals as well as the expectations of the work, any related assignment that this individual might be carrying out at the moment. To the manager, the work might be easy to do, but to the individual it might totally be new, so they need to work hand in hand with the manager. The manager should also take some time to walk them through the task and answer any questions that this individual might be having before they start doing this work, because without doing that they might not be in line with achieving these objectives that the organization desire to achieve. The management should also invest in training. These staff are supposed to be capacity built in order to also build their confidence in tackling any future assignments moving forward. Training, we know, can take some time before it is completed or before the individuals get familiar with the task. And this is why sometimes you find some leaders even prefer just doing these things, these duties on their own. However, they should think of training as an investment in the team, because even in the future they might require somebody to do certain tasks. Training also helps team members to build their own decision-making skills. Number 7 is prioritization, or prioritize communication and feedback. Delegating duties is a good opportunity for two-way feedback and communication. The leader should ensure the person being delegated to has a way to contact them with any question and set up regular checks within the organization during this time when this person will be carrying out this delegated duty. They can do this through one-on-one meetings, where the manager can review the work in more detail. They should provide feedback on the work for any future tasks, and also the person the work is delegated to should also ask for feedback so that any form of deviation can be mitigated and corrected. Number 8 is to focus on results. The goal of delegation is not to have the team member do the work exactly like you as a manager would have liked to do it. It is okay if someone does it differently from the leader or the manager, provided that the results are achieved as desired. The focus should be on the end results. So the manager should give the team members the space to be innovative. The manager needs to trust the team members, but should have a way of doing verification. The moment a manager delegates some work, they need to step back and give the members an opportunity to do the work. However, they need to do periodic checks to ensure they don't need any extra support. Being hands-off after delegation also shows that the manager trusts their team members. Remember that the manager or the leader is responsible for the success of the work being done. So implementing a review cycle to evaluate the work that was done and should put in corrective measures in case of any deviation from achieving the desired goals. The manager also needs to give credit once work is completed. They should make sure that the team members that did the work is acknowledged or are appreciated for finishing the work. The leader should not take credit for someone else's work. And they should remember to appreciate the team members for the job well done. They need to have a reward and recognition mechanism in their organization where such team members that have finished their work can be rewarded or be recognized. Next are the challenges that delegation sometimes face. One of the challenges is trust and control. This is because delegation requires leaders to trust their team members and they hand over certain level of control. It can be difficult at first, especially to new managers, to find the right balance between providing oversight and ensuring accountability. The second challenge is on clear communication. Effective delegation relies on clear communication of work expectation, meeting deadlines, and even achieving the desired outcomes. So if there's any miscommunication, it can lead to confusion, delays, and even delays in getting the required outcome. Number 3 is overload of work. So to avoid this, a leader should ensure that the team members taking up the delegated duties are not overburdened. They should see if they're already having some duties to perform and the amount of time that they are required to complete these duties. So they should not be given any duties that are beyond their capacity to deliver the desired outcome. Overloading an individual with work results in burnout and eventually leading to low productivity. So with that, come to the end of this presentation on delegation. These are very important aspects in management that every leader needs to embrace. They don't need to do every work on their own. They can practice delegation. Thank you very much. Let's meet in my next presentation.